Hello folks, Sid Miramontes here with Miramontes Capital. And in this week's program, I'd like to cover 4 myths that I found that I hear occasionally from retirees. I was recently speaking at a big forum that a lot of retirees were attending, and a couple of points that were made from the group as I spoke, and I want to make sure that I address those as well to you. One of them was that Medicare is enough to cover all my medical necessities. And I would tell you that because there are a lot of laws that get passed year to year to year to year in the future, that Medicare, things can change on the Medicare side. And so we always would like to build a budget that covers insurance premiums year over year over year and continue increasing to make sure that we're covered under any circumstances. So ideally, my view is that, as many of you would probably agree with me, is that Medicare will not be enough to cover all of our medical needs. So we want to make sure that we have enough to cover for insurance and that we increase the budget for you year by year by year to make sure that takes care of that. The second concern that I have that I consider a myth is that Social Security is enough to cover the majority of my needs month to month. Well folks, if you'd like to know what happens with our retirees, when they retire, they spend significantly more money at the front end of retirement because they're younger, they're more active. So if you retire at 60 or 62, well, good night. You're going to spend much more money because you have more time and energy. And we see them as they get older, they start spending less money because they have less energy. But typically we see them spending more money. And unless you can really dial into the penny what you're spending every single month and not doing very much, I can't see where Social Security is going to cover the majority of your expenses month to month to month to month. So I consider that to be another myth. The third myth is that I can wait to save for retirement. I don't have to start saving until later because everything is not just completely set up properly, and your priority should be to start saving now, always and forever, and saving as much as you can until you hit retirement. And the final and biggest one that I see is that I'll only need to spend, my expenses will only be what they currently are, and they are not going to change. Well folks, I just said a minute ago that when our retirees retire that I've seen, we spend much more money because we have more time and we're younger, so we're more active. So we're going to travel, we're going to go out and see our grandkids, we're going to have lunch with friends, we're going to do all those things. We're going to golf once or twice more a week, which means 4 to 8 times more a month. We're going to do a lot of other things where you may have some things be cut down because you're not going to work. Well, others are going to increase significantly. So I can't see, but in very few cases, that your expenses will be less than what they are in retirement, while you're working, they'll only increase at retirement time. And so we want to make sure that we plan for that. And so those are the 4 myths that I see, folks. I look forward to your questions and concerns. Thank you.